about this game. There's the main stuff and there's the side stuff. I'm going to say this again in my review because this is the most important thing for people to realize about this game. The main stuff that you have to do to move forward and just finish the game at a minimum, that stuff is a little bit repetitive, but it's at least, like, for the most part, kind of exciting. Now, the other side stuff, the side stuff, which there's a whole lot of, and you need to participate in to get the good endings, that stuff is even bigger than the main stuff. It's probably like well over 50% of the game. It might be like 2/3 of the game. It's taking forever, like to now go through all the side stuff after having done all the main stuff. And now I'm just skipping the main stuff and just going through the side stuff, and it just feels so repetitive. Like such a chore. And so that's a major problem with this game. I kinda hate it. I don't know why I'm actually playing it. It's like I just can't seem to give up. I guess I somewhat like the characters, and I kinda want to see sure there's no saving Hye-sung's show. I'm curious to see if I'm wrong. You know, I'm curious to try and save him. So I'm pretty sure I can't save him. And I may not be able to save any of the others either. But definitely, like, at the end, when they gave me the normal ending, he sort of harped on some of his failures. And he didn't feel as if he's failed Hye-sung's show at all. The other two was like, oh, if only I could have done something differently. I have flashbacks to how we could have, like, not allowed the bad things to happen that were avoidable. But I think Hye-sung's show's death is probably not changeable. Anyway, let's move forward. Strange letter. It's got nothing to do with the situation we're in right now. Yeah, but it also means that Young was directly involved in the beef too, right? Yu-hyuk slowly nodded. Anyone can post comments, but to send a threatening note like that is no easy task. Sounds like nonsense. It's the same thing. Inha received a letter, and if they sent it to Seongyang directly, I don't think any mail is screened. So it is an easy task though. They would have screened them out if there was any. No, they wouldn't. He just said that. That's strange, considering how nosy they can be on other matters. From another perspective, it could be typical of B-stars. Neglecting an issue that requires attention and intervening in a matter that needs to be left alone. You have a point. Seongyang was both popular and notorious, even before she took charge of B-stars. What was she popular for? Probably a similar reality television programming, I guess. Maybe we were just ignorant. Blackmail could have been a common thing for her. I don't think anything about the situation is common, but I guess we don't realize how serious it is yet. I don't think it's a groundless rumor. The investigation rumor. They knew more than what was revealed through interviews. And I don't think they're psychic. I guess the others were surprised too. I can't remember if I mentioned it or if they heard it from somewhere else. It made me reflect on what I've said in the past. I had a feeling that there was some kind of Maginot line. What? Maginot line? Maginot line? What the hell's a Maginot line? Oh, an array of defenses France built along the border with Germany. What? I felt drained when they showed the interview with our friends and families. Gyuhyuk gently stroked his tie knot. I didn't know I had so many friends. I had been a homebody for quite a while. They even dug into the subtle nuance of every detail. Do you remember the vague clause in the contract? I'm pretty sure it's all related to that. They tried to dig as deep as they could to make us as popular as possible, on the condition that we keep quiet about it. They can say whatever they want, but that was too harsh. I know every single vote counts, but that's just the imagination running wild. Ju-Young's symptoms never seemed timed or fake. It wasn't like that. We're talking about the fake panic attacks now, by the way. Of Ju-Young. We were all there when she suffered for the first time. These stars basically forced it to happen. They pushed her right to the edge. I'm trying to remember to say what they're talking about, because they just start talking and sometimes it's not clear what they're talking about. And a lot of the dialogue's confusing even when you know what they're talking about. People just watched the show. Probably thought the timing was too convenient. I think a lot of it is, I mean, it seems like if I'm being unfair, if I'm being a little bit unfair, I feel like a lot of it seems like the person writing it just has no logic and just doesn't understand how people talk to each other. But I think it is probably likely that a lot of it has to do with a problem of translation, a bad translation. The timing was great, though. It was added by editing. That's how they created the narrative. They switched the timing, and it made her look like she was pretending. That's when people started calling her a liar. I heard she complained. She talked to Sung-young directly. And I'm sure Sung-young didn't respond. Gyuhyuk gulped. His quivering eyes dropped. Ju-Young must have felt insulted. Gotta drink some water. Okay, contradictory. The coffee and the coffee thing and the. So we're talking about how she drinks coffee and worked as a barista despite having panic attacks. Who do you think S. Sung-young is? They're throwing bait everywhere. Regardless if they're true or not, all of their comments affect us since we're in this situation. Do you think Ju-Young will be alright? She's doing better than I thought. No one can remain aloof at a time like this. She had left the group, so there's nothing strange about her working part-time. But why are they talking about coffee and panic attacks at this point? It was quiet during the preliminaries. Yeah, I know. Is it because people didn't recognize her when she worked at the cafe? I'm sure somebody would have recognized her if that was right, after Beloved got disbanded. Maybe they were waiting for the right timing. They're acting like they know about us. I can't tell if they're telling the truth or bluffing. Bluffing? Yeah, to show off their knowledge, when in fact they just guessed or heard it from someone else. That might be true. Do-yoon, have you seen Ju-Young drink coffee since she joined the show? Not really. Nor did I. Alright. Unfair acquisition. S. Sung-young claimed that Gyuhyuk had unfairly taken away the scholarship opportunity from a needy student. How did they know about that? So it's true. S. Sung-young doesn't even know what they're talking about. But he just said he did know about it. He said he just made it sound like it's true. The scholarship is for students without any financial means. Why would you... Do-yoon, it's true. What? So-yoon raised his head and stared at Kyu-hyuk. Kyu-hyuk nodded weakly. I received a scholarship when I was in school. I'm sure another student had to suffer because of me. What? But why? It wasn't about the financial issue, as they say on Facer. Did you get good grades? Then it's not unfair, right? It still seems kind of unfair to me. It was the referral system. I think there were other students that were more talented and desperate. No, I know so. I deserve to be criticized for accepting the unfair advantage. Well, there you go. So you didn't know what to say. Yeah, like, dude, couldn't you just pay your way? Kyu-hyuk lowered his head and smiled awkwardly. Awkward. I wonder if I'm putting the benefactor on the spot. I wonder how they knew about this. How much do they know? So it was true. Clearly, some were treated differently. We're talking about the reason for the exception. Why didn't Inha have her past revealed? Maybe she's in witness protection or something. Other people had their own narratives based on what happened in the past. Does witness protection exist in Japan? I assume it probably does. But for Inha, it was only the present. I don't think she lived a normal life, though. She's more sensitive than she looks. It's like a plot twist. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, they were saving it for the finale, right? That's the reason she's having her narrative based on her present. That makes sense. I hope everyone looks at it that way. It seems there are various options on Fader, though. At a time like this, she could be shaken by any comments. I just hope Inha's okay, regardless of what other people say. The two of them looked at Inha. The problem is that she doesn't look fine to me. I just want her to think that this too shall pass. I can use this as a hint. Like, Inha liked this. Inha didn't like this. And, Sale did. So, does that mean that he will like this? I think he probably won't like it. But let's talk about the aftermath anyway. Jae-sung looked lost on TV. I'm kind of surprised that Sale and Inha aren't on the same page. I thought they both hated Jae-sung. Anyway, let's talk to this guy about it. Yeah, we'll probably get a reaction. I was a bit surprised because he looked so defeated. Not just the practice, but also the way he talked. He looked frail. As if he were possessed by something. It was right after the violent incident, so maybe that was the reason. The staff also summoned him several times, right? Some people speculated that he might have been kicked out and came back to practice without further comments. I just a rumor. That was before the additional evidence came out. Kyu-hyuk fell silent, as if recalling the incident. How would I describe it? Jae-sung was like, I thought he was going to give up and get eliminated. Alright, where to now? Oh, this one has a blue-red heart thing. But that's probably only for the other character, right? It's not going to happen for this character. We'll get to that one eventually. Favoritism. Alright. And that one, I think he didn't care about that one. Alright. Oh. This got a heart from, that must be, what's his name? The Hye-sung. Alright.
그건
Contestants getting favored or neglected. We hear it all the time.
저기
Weren't you one of those being neglected by the show?
글쎄
I was, but I don't know much about that.
솔직히
To be honest, I didn't get to watch the show on TV.
나는
Same here, but
나도
it's embarrassing.
그래
Yeah, for me too. Even if I say something stupid or make mistakes, the editing team takes care of that. Yeah, they have a way of making something out of nothing.
그랬지.
For me, it was magic.
맞아
They can make you look bad though.
어?
Like you?
그래도
But it can't be that bad, right? You made it this far after all. I don't know since I haven't watched the footage, but
나도
I haven't watched it either. We're so lazy about monitoring. I guess we are now that I think about it. He's the... Wait. Huh. I would think that I would talk to 3 people about this, but on average I'm only getting 2 people. I haven't talked to Hye-sung about a lot of this stuff or something. Like I'm usually only showing Shale and Inha. I wonder why. No, it isn't. I'm just... For some reason I wasn't noticing the one on top for some reason sometimes. Alright, never mind. Yeah, it has all 3 of them. Sometimes 4. Alright. Let's move on.
혹시
I'm Fader.
나는
Public Enemy, he just recorded what had been controversial.
맞아
Yes, regardless of the truth surrounding Hye-sung's incident. Right now, even a tiny bit of blame would hurt him deep. There were all kinds of issues, and it was inevitable. Yu-hyuk nodded after giving a sigh. And S-Young appeared. S-Young is gaining more attention because of our current situation. While in here, we are all helpless. His middle school friend stood up for Hye-sung. He was not that close to Hye-sung, but was sure that he didn't use violence or extort money out of his classmates.
그게
Do you remember when it first broke out? Disclosed by Hye-sung?
그리고
Besides the fans, some other people sided with Hye-sung. Even then, a school friend posted a comment. Everyone disappeared after the evidence came out. Yu-hyuk gently rubbed his chin. It was pretty tense until they reached a conclusion that was favorable for one side. The post also validated the author, his high school friend. I know what happened during his middle school years, but... See, look at that. I dropped my sanity on this one. Well, okay, it was a long time ago. I don't think he's that kind of person, but... you can't tell a person by their looks, though. Hope this works out. I have a feeling that I'm gonna wind up losing the same way. Maybe it's for the best. Let's keep going.
그럼
I guess people out there might be curious, but
아닌 것 같아.
I don't think it's the right time to make a public announcement.
그러니까
We're still stuck in here. It's pandemonium. I can see the production crew is snoozing and bumbling.
그건
It's because there's no control tower now.
그랬었나 봐.
Sung-hyun always knew what to tell the media,
우리야.
but it's impossible now, and forever. The two quietly looked down at the watch. What do you think will happen when people find out about Sung-hyun?
그렇다면
Maybe they should stop responding until things get sorted out. The way things are going, the show will probably continue. Probably. We'll have to wait and see. Almost done. They're still checking the staff list.
잠깐만.
We're here for sure, and
그랬나?
do you think there are other people? I haven't seen any. I hope everyone else got out.
맞아.
Me too. Nothing good will come out from staying here together. I'm sure the rescue team and police are trying their best to check the list.
그래서
Is that why it's so hard to contact them? Yu-hyuk stared at Do-yoon for a second and nodded.
어쨌든
It's also important that other people evacuated safely. It's as important as us getting out of here in one piece.
그렇지?
I just want to know if other staff members are safe too.
그럴 거야.
Although it's too late for Sung Young. Seems like a lot are okay. The audience.
그래.
I think they're mostly done checking the audience.
그래.
I know it could have been a disaster. But they're still checking the staff.
그건
I think it's more complicated. How so? It doesn't seem logical though. As for the show, the staff is supposed to be the family, right? Are you saying they should take care of the family first? Ah, this time, no, not always. Some families are worse than others. Yeah, I know that he doesn't like this answer. And he doesn't get along well with his family.
아닌 것 같아.
Not always. There are families worse than strangers. There we go, yes. That's true.
솔직히
It's probably a good thing now, but nobody came here. Oh wait, this was one that I did this one before, right? This was one that had a dialogue bubble with it. Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward through this. We did this one already. All right. That's weird. I thought I did all the ones with dialogue bubbles on them already. I don't know how I missed that one. Well, I didn't know how I missed it. I just missed it. Yeah, I even noticed the dialogue bubble before I started, but all right, so we're skipping that one, which is great. That was my favorite because I got to skip it.
알고 있었어.
I knew there were popular people other than the staff.
그래?
You did? How?
그게
I got a call from my uncle's house after a long time of not speaking with them. I guess someone had been snooping around his house, and he got mad at me for it. I asked the production crew, but they denied it.
결국
Later on, I found out the story was mentioned during the show.
그래서
That's how you sensed it.
몰랐어.
But I didn't know other agencies were involved. I guess they've gathered all possible information. That's why they were so confident about the contestants relating to the contestants. Sorry. So confident about the contents relating to the contestants. We're talking about outsourcing now. Yu-hyuk frowned and smiled at the same time.
하여튼
Anyhow, my uncle was furious that day. Is it because you have been exemplary in the past? No, not really. He just had no interest in me. Yes! Alright, we did it. All we have left is Ju Young. Quick save. Ugh. My god. Such a chore going through these. I don't feel like I'm really learning much that's interesting. I mean, there's little tidbits here and there, but it's mostly just like random conversations that are useless. And they drag my sanity down further, usually. So, I need to learn the bits that like that alter the sanity and stuff like that. It's not listed here, is it? in like the memos or something. Yes, look at that. So this is my list that will tell me the logs, which tell me how people will respond to various things. All right, pretty cool. So if I get to keep this going into the next part, which I think I do, when I finish this, then I'll be able to just to know which subjects to bring up to which people and which to avoid. All right. Anyway, I did save, right? I'm just gonna save again just in case. I think I already saved, but can't hurt. All right. So next video will be talking to Ju Min about so many things. So many things. Jesus Christ. See y'all next time. I did use the phone already, right? I called somebody. Let's call Ju Young. Not a good time to make a phone call. I wonder how the others are doing. Yeah, I think I already called somebody. Or maybe it doesn't let me call people yet. I can't remember. I can't remember how far along I am because I'm exhausted from all this stuff. Okay, let's talk about the strange letter. Well, next time we'll be talking about the strange letter with Ju Young. If there really was blackmail, go on, Ju Young. Go on. Please like and subscribe, by the way. And see you next time. I think it means there was a deep-seated grudge. Yep, either that or they just wanted money, I guess. Thanks so much for your thoughts, though.